Welcome, my friend, to video 3 of this series of why you feel crummy and what to do about it. So in the first video, if you're just barely joining me, the first video was an intro of the different stages that we go through from feeling crummy to feeling better. The second video was about nailing down why we actually feel crummy, because most people walk around kind of numb and reactive and distracted, and they don't actually know why they feel crummy. So if you need to know why you feel crummy, then watch video 2. If you already know why you feel crummy and you want to go to the next step and want to start getting rid of it, watch this. So we're going to talk about reframing today and what to do when you have a crummy thought. So this morning I was doing some work and some writing. Okay, so I'm going to actually share with you a reframe that I did this morning to give you a very fresh example. I was doing some very specific work around how I feel around a certain group of people. And just as a caveat, as an extra, if you really want to shift and feel more confident, think of the place where you feel most uncomfortable or least comfortable, a place where you might feel intimidated, a group of people you might feel that way around, intimidated or not as good as them or unaccepted. You might feel that you don't fit, you don't belong. Whatever it is, if you have a group of people that you feel that way around, it might be coworkers, it might be family, it might be friends, wherever it is. I guarantee that like 80 to 90% of what you're thinking or feeling is lie, and a little bit is truth. So that's what we're going to do today. We're going to look at the thought, and then we're going to break it into pieces. Okay. All right. And my puppy is barking out there, so sorry about that. Okay. So these are the thoughts that came up for me. Okay. I am dumb. Because it's really important for me to feel smart. That's one of the things, that's one of my values. Like I love feeling like I have answers. So that's a big one. That's a big one for me, is I feel dumb. I feel behind. I'm behind the times. Like I don't know what's going on. I don't have anything worthwhile to say in this group of people. Nothing worthwhile to say. And they don't value what I have to say or value my my thoughts or my opinions. So I feel dumb. I feel unvalued. I feel that I don't have value, that I don't know anything. So that was one of the things that I thought of this morning. So what you do with this is you do a reframe. And so how you do that is you say, okay, what is actually true? This I feel is true. There's a lot of evidence to support it. Years to support this, years of experiences to support this. So what is actually true here? So I was just pondering on that, and I'm going to share with you what came up. Let me get to the next page. Okay. Oh, another one is out of the loop. I feel out of the loop. Like everybody knows the answers except me. I'm the only one who doesn't know. That doesn't feel good. And this group of people doesn't care. They don't care if I feel out of the loop. They're not aware that I feel out of the loop. And even if they were, I'm not sure, you know, if that would change anyway. That's really up to me. So so this is what I came up with. I'm actually going to write some of the things. Let's see. Oh, sometimes I intentionally Sometimes I intentionally keep myself out of the loop. That's truth. I am particular. I'm particular about my conversations. I don't love small talk. I'm one of those people that doesn't love small talk. I don't really love small talk. It's painful for me. So sometimes I'm particular about the conversations that I involve myself with. And so I keep myself out of the loop because of that. I don't know what everybody else knows because I keep myself out of the loop. I keep myself out of those conversations where I could learn something helpful. That's truth. But that doesn't hurt. There's a difference between I'm dumb, I don't have anything thoughtful or worthwhile to say, I'm behind the times, I never know what people are talking about. That's a feeling of helplessness. The truth is a feeling of power. Like I actually keep myself out of conversations sometimes because I prefer not to have all of the small talk. That's just something about me. And I'm okay with that. Let's see, what are the other things? I am my own authority. That's something I know about myself. I am my own authority and I decide what is important for me. So that's another part of this is like, yeah, I'm very selective about my close inner circle. I'm very selective. And so, yeah, sometimes I keep myself outside of circles that would be very helpful for me. That's something that I get to improve in my way of doing it. I get to improve and increase collaboration, increase things like that, because I actually really love people. I just happen to sometimes keep myself out of those things. So let's see, what else did I write here? Oh, sometimes I avoid things that are not a priority for me. So if they're not a priority, then sometimes I just avoid them. Sometimes I choose not to spend my time there or invest time. And so when I am not remembering my truth, then sometimes when I'm not remembering this, it is easy to go into the lie because that is what my brain came up with without me intentionally pointing it. This is the default with all of the negative programming that was already in my mind. And this is the intentional. It's like, what is actually true? I get to actually look at it and say, what is actually true here? So I can, with these, like, I am my authority and I decide what is important for me. That is a very empowering statement. So that is something that I can say, like, if that feeling ever comes again of I'm dumb, I'm out of the loop, I don't belong, whatever it is, then I can say I'm my own authority and I decide what is important for me. I can decide to belong. I can decide to go into that group if I desire to, but if I don't desire it, it's okay too. I hope that this example helps you to see how you do this. So you come up with the thought and then you look at what the truth is. So the lie is maybe I am behind the times a little bit, but is there shame about that? No, the shame is the lie. So the shame falls away. So the shame goes down here. I have nothing worthwhile to say. Actually, that's a complete lie because I have a ton of worthwhile things to say. I just may choose not to say them. or choose not to say them in that company, in that circumstance. So I have many worthwhile things to say. They may just not relate to the small talk that is being done, or the, whatever in that particular group that I was thinking about this morning. That no one values my thoughts or opinions. Okay, do I really care about that? Do I really care? Like, it would be nice. Sure, it would be nice. Do I have any control over if somebody else values my thoughts and opinions? None, no control. And if they don't really value mine, am I going to value theirs? Do I value theirs? Do I value their opinion of me? Maybe, maybe not. So in this case, it's like, no, I don't, because I don't agree with it. And then am I out of the loop? Yes, sometimes I am out of the loop, and that's something that I can work on, but it doesn't, the shame is gone. The feeling of helplessness is gone. Now it's a feeling of power. So what I do is I feed myself with those, like you'll have a whole bunch of these for every one of these. You'll have a bunch of things here on this side. And so you pick one or two that are very empowering for you. And for me, this is I am my own authority, and I decide what is important for me. That is, and I can reframe this even. Sometimes I avoid things that are not a priority for me. I can say, I am intentional about how I invest my time. And I love that about myself. I can say that. I can say, I love about myself that that I'm intentional about how I invest my time. Instead of reprimanding myself and saying, you really should be over there talking to those people that you're supposed to have relationships with. Well, I work at relationships in a different way, maybe in a way that is actually supportive for me, not one that I feel torn down or feel unsupported or feel that is not serving me. I do it in my way that helps me feel my power, so I can stand in my power in my relationships. There is no need for us to be a doormat to make other people feel comfortable. We can do it in a way that supports us and still have good relationships. So I hope this helps. So this is video 3. If you have any questions about it, please reach out to me. Email, comment, Facebook, LinkedIn, whatever. Send me a message if you have any questions about this. And we'll see you on the next video.